Coach. The rain is falling. The fans are soaked. But here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 29-yard line.
Let's get the 57's left. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Get the point down, he's coming.
On 1st and 10, Watson rolling to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
What is that? 19!
Now a first down throw, Watson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again is Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
He's coming. We got double up.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Nice big gain there from Marquise Brown, first-round pick out of Oklahoma. Of course, his cousin knows a thing or two about big catches in the NFL. That's Antonio Brown. And now Hollywood hoping to carry on the family tradition of solid production at the wide receiver position. They'll run on first down. It's Ingram pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's go, D. Let's run. 41.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, hold on. Check 41. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
On first down, Ingram. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the 41, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line.
Granted, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. On the move to his left. He'll run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Come on, set. It's time to end it. Check 55 to Mike. Check.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Ingram. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That's the way. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check 50. Hey, alert 3.
A first down carry now for Miller. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check safety. 54.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
You're set. 19. 6-man. Check curls.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack by Justin Ellis.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On second down now, it's Miller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Check. Cross. Give me that. Cross.
Watson on first down, and he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up second down. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense.
Watson to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37.
It's a gain of 17.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Watson now, going to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
From the red zone now, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Hey, they scared.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hayward. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Watch the back.
Jackson on 1st down. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there at 22. It's hard to know who's more dynamic between quarterback Lamar Jackson and that man Hollywood Brown. But they're just going to try to get the ball in Brown's hands early and often like they did there and see what he can produce. So many folks in Baltimore excited about this young pup, and for good reason. The rookie first-rounder out of Oklahoma is explosive. They'll run on 1st down. It's Ingram, and he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
41 Mike. All day, every day, any day.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And 3 at the 17-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Watson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
3rd and 10.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. That's taken it around the 40. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
This time Jackson will throw it. Steps away. This will be caught by Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 48. And Tucker left that one out to the right. It's no good, off the mark, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Back to throw, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Come on,
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, and it's 3rd down. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it again with Miller. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And they'll be set up in great starting field position here as that's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Check 55, Mike. I got him. Hey, watch this, watch this.
On third down, Jackson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
For that last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
On first down, it's Ingram. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Check 13, check 13.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson, and this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
Come on, set. 70 Evans. Hunt, 64. Wait. Tight end right. 3 down. Hustle. 41's coming. 41's a
Jackson looking to throw on third. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll try and run with Ingram. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go.
He'll have a first down past the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Secure. Come on, let's go. Switch. Let's go. Come on. Delta. Flare. Alert, flare.
They'll run on first down. Ingram, he'll get 3 up to midfield. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
The Ravens on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. On 3rd down, Watson being chased out left. Got an open man, it's QT. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
You ain't got nothing.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Texans on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
What is that?
Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown.
Touchdown, Houston.
Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans get a bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead.
Ravens 26. Texans
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. On first down, it's Ingram. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, he's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
The catch made by Hopkins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys who's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Ravens, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.